Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We're here to unpack complex info, uh, really pull out the key takeaways for you.
That's the plan.
And today, we're doing something pretty fascinating. We're diving into Grok 4.
The latest AI from XAI, yeah. Elon Musk's AI company.
Exactly. And this whole deep dive, it's based entirely on the material, the sources that you've shared with us.
Right. So our goal here is really to distill the most important bits from all that material.
We want to help you get a handle on what Grok 4 actually is, what it supposedly do.
And maybe what its future looks like. Really get to the heart of it.
And the core claim, well, it's honestly pretty audacious, isn't it?
It really is.
The material describes Grok 4 as having PhD-level intelligence. Fine. But in every single academic subject.
Yeah, that's the kicker. Every single one.
And not just matching human PhDs. The claim is it surpasses them.
And the sources seem pretty clear. They suggest no exceptions.
Just think about the scope of that for a second.
It's huge.
This isn't, just being good at math or maybe history.
No.
No, the sources say it spans everything. Quantum physics.
Really fundamental stuff, yeah.
All the way to ancient philosophy, molecular biology, complex economics.
Every field you can think of, basically. That's the picture being painted.
So what's really insightful here, based on what you've seen in the material, it's not just the breadth.
No, it's more than that. It's the potential impact on discovery itself.
Wow.
Imagine like a super smart assistant that can tackle quantum mechanics problems and then, instantly switch to analyzing ancient texts.
Or solving complex economic models.
Exactly. And the claim is it does this faster and more accurately than the world's top human experts.
That's a big claim.
It is. The material presents it as outpacing PhDs, not just in speed, but in depth, too, across all these fields.
So it doesn't just, look up answers.
Apparently not. It's presented as understanding the why. Deriving mathematical proofs from scratch or explaining why molecular biology works the way it does.
Okay, and how does this relate to Grok 3? Does the material connect those dots?
It does suggest this leap kind of makes sense if you look at Grok 3.
Ah, right.
Its predecessor was already talked about as a real powerhouse for reasoning, tackling complex stuff.
Right, getting nuanced answers.
Exactly. So the sources seem to indicate Grok 4 just builds on that foundation, but dramatically. It's not just more knowledge, it's accelerated understanding almost.
It really does paint a picture, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like having a whole university faculty in your pocket, 24/7.
That's a good analogy, actually.
But what does PhD-level intelligence mean for an AI? According to this material, it feels like it's more than just fast information retrieval.
That's a really good point. When the sources use that phrase, PhD-level intelligence, they're definitely implying more than just knowing facts.
Right.
They paint a picture of an AI that can reason, synthesize information from different areas, even generate new understanding.
Like a human expert does, but faster, bigger scale.
Exactly. Much like a human doctoral expert. But yeah, at a speed and scale we haven't seen. It suggests a future where research questions aren't just answered faster.
But maybe the questions themselves change because of how the AI can connect things across different fields.
Which brings up the research implications. If an AI can really do that, connect insights across fields.
It could completely change how we approach discovery.
Yeah.
Fundamentally.
How so? Can you give an example from the sources?
Well, think about combining, say, astrophysics insights.
Okay, studying stars and galaxies.
Right. And combining that with computer science to maybe design a totally new kind of algorithm.
Okay.
Or another angle, exploring the ethics of something like genetic engineering.
Editing DNA. Yeah, that's complex.
But doing it with real philosophical depth and precise scientific understanding at the same time.
Wow.
What we're seeing in the material suggests, this is next level stuff. It points towards a future where these, previously separate fields might merge through AI.
Leading to breakthroughs we couldn't predict.
Potentially, yes. Unexpected connections.
Okay, so we've established Grok 4's potential academic power. An intellectual juggernaut, basically.
Based on the sources, yes. But, like with any cutting-edge tech, there have to be limitations, right? The material must mention some downsides.
Oh, absolutely. And it's important to keep it real here. While the academic side sounds amazing, the sources do point out some pretty crucial current limitations.
Like what?
Well, one big one mentioned is common sense.
Ah, the classic AI problem.
Exactly. It might give you a technically perfect answer, but just completely miss the practical obvious context.
Can you give an example?
Yeah, the one they used was asking about a leaky pipe.
Okay.
And instead of saying, grab a wrench, call a plumber, Grok 4 apparently might give you a detailed explanation of fluid dynamics.
Okay, I see. Technically correct, but useless.
Pretty much. It highlights that gap, doesn't it,
Yeah.
between sheer intellectual power and that sort of everyday practical understanding? Common sense is just different.
So, PhD in everything, but might struggle with basic plumbing advice.
That seems to be the picture painted right now, yeah. It shows there's still a way to go between raw smarts and nuanced real-world grasp.
So, no more excuses for not understanding your tax forms then. Grok 4 could probably ace them.
But it might explain the entire history of global finance first.
Right. What else? Any other limitations mentioned besides that common sense gap?
Another key one is that, as of now, it hasn't actually invented brand new technologies or discovered new physics.
Okay, that sounds like a pretty big limitation for something with universal intelligence.
It does, but interestingly, the same sources that mention this limitation also make some pretty bold predictions about the future.
Okay, so there's a but coming.
A big but, yeah. They project major breakthroughs are basically just around the corner.
Right, this is where it gets really compelling. The material suggests it's, quote, just a matter of time before Grok 4 starts inventing things.
That's the language used, yes. Groundbreaking tech. There are even whispers, as the sources put it,
Whispers, intriguing.
that it could discover useful new tech as early as later this year, 2025.
Seriously. Like what? Any examples?
The kinds of things mentioned are new ways to store energy, maybe breakthroughs in quantum computing, or even entirely new materials. Big stuff.
Wow, okay, that's soon. What about the physics side?
Well, putting this in context, the sources express confidence that Grok 4 will uncover genuinely new insights into the laws of the universe by next year.
By 2026.
New physics.
That's the projection. Maybe in areas like dark matter.
That invisible stuff making up most of the universe.
Right, or quantum entanglement, those weird linked particles.
Spooky action at a distance.
That's the one. Or even potentially helping with unifying theories. Trying to bring together gravity and quantum mechanics. The big questions physicists have struggled with.
Unifying theories, that's huge. Do the sources give any clue how it might do that? Why are they so confident?
The confidence seems to stem from its core abilities, as described.
The processing power and reasoning.
Exactly. Processing massive amounts of data, spotting patterns humans might miss, and reasoning at that superhuman level. It's not just answering our questions.
It's asking new ones. That's the idea. Asking questions that push the boundaries of what we even know how to ask, potentially. Leveraging that cross-disciplinary PhD brain.
Which loops back to XAI's mission, doesn't it?
Absolutely. To accelerate scientific discovery. Grok 4 is presented as their biggest shot at that so far.
So let's bring this back to the listener. What does this vision of Grok 4, based on these sources, actually mean for you? Especially if you're already following this stuff closely.
Right.
This isn't just another tech update. It's framed as a glimpse into a potentially massive shift.
It really is, and it raises a pretty profound question for you, the listener,
Yeah.
to think about.
Go on.
If an AI can truly surpass human expertise across all these fields, and if it really does start discovering new physics,
Yeah.
what problems that seemed impossible before might suddenly become solvable? What previously unimaginable challenges could humanity tackle?
Or even just on a personal level.
Exactly. What new questions might you be inspired to ask about the universe, about reality, knowing a tool like this might be coming?